And we're live. So, one last video for the day. There's been a new sunspot formed. Say hello to Sunspot 2735. Most assuredly going to be named. Let's look at some other views here. I'm going to actually just look at the photos here. We'll use all still images this time. Here's 193 angstroms. That is a real sunspot. Here it is in 304. Man, I wish those things would leave the screen. There we go. Here's the 171 angstroms view. That's the best one yet. Check it out. It's a real sunspot. It's actually decent size too. It's not a little tiny one. So we see a couple X-ray flares coming out of that there at the B class range. And I wonder if I can see the chat if anybody's in the live stream. What does that do? That does something I don't want it to do. Thank you, Milkman, Stefan, and Cody. All right. And let's look at the Space Weather Enthusiast dashboard. We should see 3 X-ray flares on here. Let's load it up. I apologize for the load times. But when it's live, it's live. So there you go. There's the view from X-ray. This is the GOES X-ray imager, by the way. You should see 3 distinct pulses out of that. We'll let that play through. I can see some pulses. I don't know how many freaking pulses it was. Some number of pulses. All right. All right, the chat is visible. Hey, Barbara Fritchie and Mike Decker, cheers. Thank you for joining us. Any requests? This is going to be a super short video because this is the 3rd video we're putting up today. All right, we're going to look at Stereo A space weather beacon, which, by the way, isn't going to show very much because there is no coronal mass ejection associated with those flares, at least last I checked. Let's increase the res a little bit. Let's go to 10 frames per second. So, no apparent coronal mass ejections associated with that. I don't know, Mike. It's quite an interesting topic, though, as earthquakes are pretty scary. There was something else we wanted to cover here. Let's go through my desktop icons. I don't think it's too intrusive. I might as well look at earthquakes. The drought is continuing. Check it out. Jeez. It's almost scarier to have no earthquakes. Anyway, back to the desktop. How about a quick look at tropical tidbits from the whole Earth view? We're going to go to regions. We're going to pick world. We're going to look at upper dynamics and look at the global jet streams. I think. Here we go. 250 millibar wind. Welcome, Kahlo Jan and Gregory Burton. No, Yellowstone's not anywhere close to blowing, I don't think. There's a lot of people that want to scare the crap out of you and get you to view their channel. All right. By the way, everybody go check out our most recent upload before this stream about chemtrails. Chemtrails, geoengineering, a little bit about atmospheric physics. You might like it. All right, so let's play the... Now, this is the GFS forecast for the 250 millibar wind on the global scale over quite a few days. It's like a 10-day forecast here. And frankly, all the solar activity lowers the risk of earthquake activity. So that's a good thing. Let's go back to the SDO here. Bring up some custom views before I sign off of YouTube for the day. It is possible to make too many videos. We're going to look at only today. So from 0 hour through the current time, which is around 2015, about 2030 UTC, that is. Let's use 171 angstroms. All right. So there's your local yellow dwarfs activity on the day. I think that's a pretty good view. Show your friends, show your family. It's a sunspot. Now, this is a normal polarity sunspot for cycle 24. It's located pretty close to the equator. So it looks like an end of cycle 24 sunspot. As far as the polarity, it's pretty much 100% cycle 24 in polarity. There is some other activity around it. Actually, let's look at 94 angstroms also. All right, I think I've mastered using this virtual keyboard. Let's see if it gives me an error message. Oh, it's going to give me an error message big time. I guess I've mastered it. There we go. All right, it worked. Perfect. Here you go. There's the 94 angstroms view. A little higher temporal resolution, at least. Maybe not a higher visual resolution, but you're getting 5 more images there. And it's quite a good view. So there's your series of B-class flares. It's nothing to write Santa Claus notes about, but anyway, it'll never be now again, so cheers. Let people know. Solar activity. And remember, on your way staring at the sun and noticing sunspots before they're named. Sunspot 2735. Don't drink, and if you drink, propose names for sunspots before they get officially named. Just don't drive. Also, may the solar wind be at your back, and the atherosclerosis absent from your veins.